So it's Take 3 versus Denial Esports, your last match of the day. Best of 5. Who's going to win? What do you think? Let us know in the Twitch chat. Let us know on Twitter. But it's time to get to the game. We got Findable Carpet and Wavepunk standing by with the commentary. Take it away, guys.
Thanks so much, Axel Toss. And the desk is split. There is Gibbs, who thinks that Shade is good, which is why he throws so much of it. And then there is the soccer mom of Espion, Mr. James Bott.
We talk about Espion not having a lot of confidence, and I don't think I'd have a lot of confidence if there was like a creepy caster trying to sign a pact with me to have like some sort of weird ownership over me, like he's a dad. It's a little jarring. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it's probably like James Bott has Espion's confidence. He's like, I'm confident for you. And he's like, well, I don't have. There's no more confidence to go around. You took all of it here.
Yeah, he's always. I mean, it's got to be stressful. There's a guy that's always saying you're gonna just kick everyone's butt. You're gonna 3-0 sweep everybody. Like,
to be fair,
what kind of pressure are you putting on your kid, man?
To be fair, Espion is a class player. This guy has been, as he said, at every single LAN. He is an excellent performer in his own right. And Zane Jackie carried this Take 3 team to the number 4 placement, the best. They placed the best out of the North American squads, who admittedly had a very rough trip to Amsterdam. But Take 3 back here in Season 3 to see if they can do it again. They will close out your broadcast, and if the desk is to be believed, this is already the win for Take 3 because they are the blue team.
I think it's going to be tough. I mean, honestly, earlier this week they looked a bit rough. Losing to losing to
Radiance.
Radiance, thanks.
I remember. It did not look good for them then, but this is a different stage. We've seen that plenty of teams who, the way they play online doesn't necessarily reflect the way that they play at RLCS, even though it is also online. And here comes Take 3 on the offense. Try and see if they can get this first point on the board. Corrupted to play it out past Vince and get it through Espion. Nobody in the back. If he can finish this one off, he will get the touch, and that's the first point on the board for Denial.
The solo play from Corrupted G, forcing forcing Vince to come forward, and then the Espion with a weak touch, Corrupted easily popping over him for the dunk. And then knowing he'd be last one, all he had to do at that point was stay calm, take the shot. Don't wait too long, but he knew that he'd be the first one there before the defenders.
I wonder where Zane was. I wasn't able to see it on the auto cam, but generally a player who rotates back on a defense very quickly. I was surprised to see him in the third rotation, not in position to take care of Corrupted G, and that will see Denial on the board first. Now Zane trying to set it across the field. Lethimer will play it off the wall, and Espion will read that, but Corrupted G again, winning the 50-50 with Espion, has us in a dangerous position. He's gonna look to see if he can pass this one out. He and Lethimer in the corner. Oh dear, that's all 3 of the orange players in the back. Can Vince finish this off? Nope. Good contest there from Corrupted G, keeping the ball away from net.
That was a quick retreat by him, trying to read the ball off the corner, and he was able to get there in time. But as you said, all of them going up for that. I think Corrupted was the one that instead of retreating, stayed in the corner, which now has to be careful of.
Corrupted G goes to bump Espion, but Espion avoids it, plays it out. Lethimer puts it back in, and now Vince out to the side. Back and forth, teams trading touches here. With 3:30 left to go in game number 1, Denial with the 1-0 lead. Our best of 5, Espion to try and play that one out, but just kind of plays it back into his own box, rather. Now Lethimer out to Sad Jr. Vince will be up first and shoots towards the net, soft enough for Corrupted to get back in time. And he will follow it out and onto the far backboard. Ball just traveling the full length of the field here as Zane goes for the boost steal, leaves it for Lethimer. He trusts his teammates behind him. That's 2 players up again. Espion, though, loose in goal, will not be able to follow out in time to get the quick counter play. Now 2:56 left to go in this game. Still Denial, just 1-0.
I like how Denial takes it from the midfield as well and tries to turn it right back around. I don't really know. No one really came to contest that one. I thought Lethimer or Corrupted G would have turned down on that, but I think a bit of miscommunication. I don't see Take 3 capitalizing on a whole lot. We'll see 2 of them go up, and then they kind of just retreat right away to be on defense a little bit too quick.
Espion on the wall, plays it out towards Vince, who sends it onto the backboard. Lethimer not in position, but Corrupted G was there, able to play it away. And now he's going to play that one over the top, taking it towards the goal. It's Vince in from the side to take away the airborne ball. It'll be Zane Jackie out towards Vince. Corrupted G and Sad Jr. doing work on the contesting intercept game, making sure that there's not 2 touches consecutively on this Take 3 side. Vince will play this one high. Espion to try and clear it out. Vince picks it up. Nobody in net just now, but Corrupted will rotate in. And again, just Take 3 right now really struggling to get consecutive touches on the ball and make any sort of pass play materialize. It seems that every time they clear it out, there's a Denial player waiting.
Yeah, something you and I maybe commented when we were rewatching some of their games. Sometimes they clear it out of what seems like panic mode, or they'll retreat a little bit too early before they really get a couple good shots. But right now we're going to see Espeon trying to take it onto the backboard and follow through. We see Zane Jackie sitting in the corner a bit too long.
Oh dear.
He will contest it, but now Vince is left all alone. Can Corrupted get it around Espeon?
A touch from Espeon almost sealed the deal and made this a 2-0 game. But we did see there, Take 3 able to get consecutive touches, able to get an offensive pressure in the orange half. The first time this game, 1:13 left to go, approaching the final minute of gameplay, and Denial still holding on to their 1-0 score margin, looking to extend that here as Vince clears it out. Follows it up with Espeon. Nice little pass. The small ball might get it through, but Sad Jr. reads it like a book, just sends it away. The ball killed at midfield. It'll be Corrupted and Sad Jr. who move in on that one. And the demo onto Sad Jr. will send him back. Actually kind of works out for their rotations. He'll be right here to be able to clear this one away, but Espeon wins the 50-50, sets this one into the box. Vince almost has that on target, but not able to put it through just yet. Zane sends it into the corner. Espeon in the air towards the net, far side. 34 seconds remaining on the clock. Zane and Espeon needing to move this out of their own half. They need to create a goal right now. As Espeon tries to push it through, can't get there. Lethimer with a nice setup. Vince with an excellent touch downfield. Corrupted G has to wait for it to bounce off the wall. This gives time for Take 3 to move up. Sad Jr. will play this one softly, but straight into the hands of Espeon. Zane trying to turn around quickly, but cannot get around in time to gain ball control. And as this final countdown happens, it's all Denial right now with ball control. Espeon down the field. Can he get this one onto his roof? Sad will tackle him. It's a great play for Denial. As the ball will fall straight down, touch the ground, and Denial takes game 1.
I'm a bit fearful for Take 3 for the remainder of this series. At the moment, we see them giving up possession quite a bit. And when I say by giving up possession, they'll get a hard clear and no one's there to follow it up.
Right.
They're hesitating a bit on that decision making. And then even when they're on offense, they're quick to back off of a ball they think is going to get contested. They're not going for 50-50s. And once they realize they're not going to win the ball, it seems like they back off.
Sure.
Like they'd rather not do a 50-50. They're like, either I win or I back off and we go back to defense, which would be okay if they were able to bring it up together.
Sure.
But they drop back to defense and then they just clear it back. Someone kind of uses a lot of boost to try and follow it up, but then it easily gets pushed around because Denial are all talented individuals and their 1v1 skills showed through a lot in those situations where they just pull somebody all the way into their half from Take 3 and they just kind of pop it around them on the wall and then continue through and have somebody following up with them.
Right, and it's the thing about a long clear is it only works. So it's when you clear the ball hard out of your half into the other team's half. I mean, you are sacrificing possession unless you can put it in a place that requires them to kind of think about it. If they are already in the corner you're clearing it to, they're just going to clear it straight back at you. You know, so we didn't see many opportunities where they were putting it into a place where Denial wasn't already, and so their ball control, they were just sacrificing it every time with these hard clears. And like you said, nobody already in the deep half. They're not kind of setting up for like a cherry picker scenario where someone's already far downfield, which is what they would need to do with those hard clears. So good ideas, good mechanics, but just the strategy not quite coming together for Take 3 there on game 1.
I mean, you bring up a good point. I think clear placement is a pretty big deal. You can do a hard clear and not follow it up as long as it dies in the corner and they don't have a hard counter clear. They're going to have to dribble it out, which then gives you an opportunity at 50-50 and then keep it in their half so that they don't gain any ground.
Exactly. So game number 2, we'll see if Take 3 can respond to the game 1 win of Denial. They've already got it onto the backboard again. But Espeon will pick that one up. No follow-up from Denial. As you can see there, the ball into the corner. No one immediately in a place to contest it, and it'll hang there for a second. But Sad Jr. and Lethimer able to push it back out. Zane across the midfield line has Corrupted running backwards. He's going to zone him out. Vince is going to take a shot, and it goes in, bounces around the post and goes.
So now dedicating a bit too hard for this last attack. Corrupted G did want to put it over, but take a look at that. Zane Jackie bodying him, letting Vince go for it. That was essentially cutting off all options for Corrupted G. If you'd let it go, it would have gotten shot by Zane Jackie. If you hit it, it would have gotten shot by Vince.
Excellent situation there created by Zane. Give and Take 3, their first goal in the series here. See if they can hold on to their lead now, tie up the series. Zane Jackie will follow this one on the wall. Excellent pass out to Vince, 2 defenders up. Espeon can move around quickly. He has the opportunity to get at this. Denial actually loses ball control, but bumps Espeon. Excellent kind of heads-up play there from Corrupted G, but they've got it over the top of 2 on the roof of Zane. Denial struggling just to make solid touch, solid contact on the ball. Espeon up to Vince. There's the hard clear to someone who's already upfield. Position that'll give them an extended offensive here. Again, the ball now into corner with no one in position to contest. Lethimer will get it over the top of Vince. Zane will now try to play it up towards Vince. Corrupted back into the blue. Back and forth right now. Kind of some small ball passing happening here around the midfield line. Espeon trying to push it through, but Denial keeping it away from their own box. They'll get the hard clear into the blue corner. Take3's
positioning already significantly more confident than we saw last game. As you said, a couple of people cheating up in that cherry picker-like position, and they're clearing the ball out together as opposed to individually. Look at that, Vince already up for that second touch.
Excellent play there to move that ball quickly downfield and give them more opportunities. Zane in the air will be beaten by Lethimer into the corner. Lethimer's been very, very quick to the ball on the wall, and Take3 has been really struggling. When the ball hangs out there, he's easily clears it back into blue corner. It's happened a few times so far. They're going to really have to figure out how to deal with that Batmobile. As Espeon will push that one around. 2:58 left to go. Still only 1-0 in favor of Take3. Espeon getting bumped. Here's an opportunity for Denial to tie up the game. That ball just dies on the touch from both sides. As Sad will bump one away. Can Lethimer come in and make a goal out of this? They'll go to zone out Vince in the back. But a good touch from Espeon will keep Sad Jr. from finishing that one off and tying the game.
Oh, Corrupted G just whiffed it, but it pulled Espeon out. Will that go through? It somehow will. I don't know how Vince didn't get this.
They put it through. Sad Jr. and Corrupted G working together, and we have a tie game.
Looked like Vince may have been able to get that touch. He reacted a bit too low. He might have been low on boost, or maybe been expecting something else, maybe a fake air dribble instead, because a lot of times you'll see pros not really go for air dribbles, because at this point, they're pretty predictable. It actually cuts off a lot of your options. It does the exact opposite of what you think. You can only go so many places with an air dribble, where if it's on the ground, you actually have a lot more angles you can take it from.
It's almost like the situation we're describing with the hard clear, where you're sacrificing ball control, but you're also straining yourself deep in enemy territory with no boost. So unless you really know what you're going to be doing, unless it's really a part of a strategy, air dribbles are very, very difficult things to pull off, which is what makes them so impressive when they really function well on offense. Corrupted G now trying to push this one around, see if he can get the lead back in Denial's favor. 2:05 left to go. And it'll be Take3 on the defense. Lethimer, oh dear, an unfortunate touch. He'll be able to get back in time and keep that away from his goal.
I bet he panicked a bit there.
A bit. It was almost like a Kronovi Season 1 own goal.
Oh. we don't talk about that moment.
I don't know. That was one of my favorite moments from Season 1. Zane Jackie now into the corner. Oh, Sad Jr. misses the touch on the wall. Vince be a bit farther upfield than he needed to be to follow that one through, but it was a nice opportunity for Take3. This one bounces off. A great touch from Espeon. Sad Jr. was right in position to finish that off. But again, Lethimer on the wall. So deadly right now for this Denial squad. Espeon just has to keep it away from Corrupted G. He's just playing keep away right now, just trying to keep them from having any opportunity to shoot. As Sad Jr. puts it onto the backboard once again. But Vince gets in the air this time, clears it off to the side. But Take3 really struggling to find opportunities to push out their own half, as again, Sad Jr.'s right there.
It appears like they're waiting for an opportunity, which I think could bite them if they don't make something out of it. Now we're going to see Vince up there, but Take3 seems to be really quick to want to reset in the net, as opposed to pushing it out of their half so they don't need to reset back to net.
Final minute of game 2. It's all tied up at 1 apiece. What a pinch off the ground. Espeon sends it towards the net, but Lethimer right in position to clear it away. 45 seconds left on the clock now. Next goal most likely be the go-ahead and winner of game 2. Espeon keeping this pressure on in a dangerous place. Well done on the Denial squad to keep everybody grounded. And only send one player up to defend. 30 seconds left on the clock here as Sad Jr. tries to push it through. Vince will win that 50-50. They've been struggling with winning the 50-50s. It's good to see Vince getting one there deep in enemy territory. Zane Jackie in the corner will try to pass this one out to Vince. Gets it into the air. Espeon not confident in his ability to go for that one. Corrupted G going for the air dribble. Just plays through it.
Espeon!
It does not go in. I couldn't tell if it hit the wall or if it hit Corrupted G or Espeon, but whatever, it doesn't matter. The game continues.
I believe it was Espeon just getting around the ball in time. He missed the first save and somehow boosted all the way back around, trying to correct his mistake in pretty awesome fashion.
Yeah, the most awkward of defensive angles, and he makes it work. Here, overtime in game 2. Take3 versus Denial. Next goal will take the win. We'll move on to game 3. Espeon trying to clear it around, but can't get out of his corner. Vince will play it out to Espeon. Plays it down. Can Vince continue on? No, the ball control will just move over to Denial. An excellent shot from Lethimer. Oh, man. Zane Zeki thought that was going somewhere. Thought he had time to get boost, but nope. Lethimer slams it in.
A quick team play right off the bat, and look at how quickly Lethimer turns around. He was retreating. He snagged that side boost, and the moment Sad Jr. hits it back up to him, you know Lethimer still had that ball came on. He saw it coming, and he turned around immediately to put it on target and kept a lot of pace on it as well, which is impressive. And Denial, after being stagnated most of that game from scoring, They scored within 20 seconds of that overtime.
And you saw the setup there from Espion, Vince to Espion to Vince. He hit it up towards Espion, and then Vince starts to move upfield, but Espion puts so much pace on the ball, it outdistances Vince and just hands ball control over to Denial. Zane feeling like my teammates have a good passing play going here, I can go get boost. And no, it doesn't. It goes straight over to Denial, and then there's no one in goal, and they take game 2. Now they are 1 game away from the 3-0 sweep. We have yet to see one yet today, even though there's been some decent threats.
It's really easy to kind of subconsciously understand, like, the harder I hit this, the better it'll be for my team.
Sure.
Especially if you're on defense. Like, I'm going to hit it really hard, and then hopefully we can follow it up. But the problem is, you're going against pros. There's pros on pros. You're not going to see a lot of situations where you just clear it and then they just like flub it in their own defense and you have to follow through. So it turns into a situation where a lot of times the weak touch can sometimes be better because it keeps it closer to you guys.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you're the next touch.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of Rocket League comes down to contesting the ball, pulling somebody out from where they want to go, making them maybe think they have a 50-50 or think they're going to get the ball and then popping it around. Now, they're behind you, and you're all facing the right direction. It's now a 3v2. Do it a few more times, 3v1, 2v1, and then that's when you try and sink those goals in if it's going to be from a defense to offense situation.
Absolutely. Power is only really on your side if you maintain ball control or if you're putting it into the net, you know? So it's an important thing. Also, I have been reminded that Denial actually got 3-0'd by G2. We have had a 3-0, and now they are threatening to create the second one today, which would feel good after getting beaten by G2 to be able to come back and 3-0 take 3. They would take 3 wins off of you get the joke. Corrupted G now going to be moving forward with Lethimer. Can he play this one over the top of Vince? They will play it away. And now Sad Jr. Can he get this out of the corner? Corrupted G shooting towards the net. Gets it over the top. What an angle. I bet Zane thought it was going to hit the post.
Angle or not, I did not expect this to go in. We see Espion going up for that, and Zane Jackie cheating just a bit too far up. He may have been faked by Sad Jr. flipping by thinking he was going to, but that was a mistake on Zane Jackie. He was too antsy to come out of net. It is still in your half. Not only that, but it's in your corner. He started to cheat up already thinking they had control. The moment they lost it, he was caught out of place.
Just like that, the Canadians have the lead here in Game 3. If they hold on to this, they will get the 3-0 sweep over Take 3. Get a win. Get a number in that win column. Espion will play this one down. It goes into the corner. He bounces it through 2 players, almost creates the opportunity needed by Zane. Both Zane and Vince were right up committed on that. You can see being a bit antsy here. Take 3 wanting to score as Corrupted G trying to push this one through. It's going to bounce back into the Take 3's favor. Goes into the corner where Corrupted G waiting Espion with a pass across the field. Zane is in the right position, but just doesn't feel confident. He falls back for boost, lets Vince and Espion move up. So far, it's working out for him. They're on the backboard again, but there's Sad Jr. and Lethimer moving this one up. The 2-player threat will make easy work of Zane Jackie, and here they are up on offense again.
Watching Denial retreat on defense, too, it's pretty awesome to watch. They go back in pairs. Whoever's making the save, somebody starts to go where he's going to have to place it. So if someone has to save it and put it to the left corner, someone's waiting in the left corner to make sure that they can't continue their offensive pressure.
That coordination is very key to being able to transition out of that offense, to break a siege, to not allow a team to have multiple shots on your net, which is something Take 3 has struggled to create at all in this series. They have been their offenses have been very short, maybe 1, maybe 2 shots, but then it's over. As Denial has just been able to transition back out very quickly. Zane and Espion both in this corner. This is not good news for Take 3. Vince able to bail him out by putting it back into the corner. By them time to get spaced back out. But it'll still end up with ball control in Denial's favor as Corrupted G shoots towards the net, bounces off the wall, and Zane and Vince both, I don't know if it's communication about who should be going out, but just feeling slow right now in goal.
A little bit of lack of confidence again I'm seeing from Take 3. Espion couldn't decide. There were 3 contests that looked like he was about to go for. He slowed down and then he didn't. But it gave Denial a lot of time to push it all the way out of their half. Again, no one's contesting these balls midfield.
That one is going the whole distance. It'll be wide of the goal. Lethimer's touch was very, very soft, but it's enough to kind of...
Again, look at that.
Yeah, they just continue to push that one through. Right here at halftime, it's still Denial with the 1-goal lead. It'll be Zane Jackie clearing that one down the field. Vince upfield in a position where he could have taken that, but Lethimer intercepts. Vince with a nice shot, a good pass and shoot, but Sad Jr. just read the play 3 steps ahead of him and was right on top of Vince. Espion
taking control. I like Zane Jackie drop back to net, cheated up while Vince took his spot. Their rotations are tight when they're working together. But oftentimes, if one person lacks a bit of confidence and can't make a decision.
Oh, can Espion drag race this one in? He will get it through. Well done. 3 players were in the corner. All he had to do was race them all the way, and he gets it in.
I think he actually pinched this off of someone. I think he pinched this off Corrupted. Close. I can't even tell. I don't know how the pace got on that. 96 kilometers per hour.
He just built it up
on that puppy.
Just driving it straight down the middle of the field.
That was awkward but awesome.
That's exactly what Take-3 needed here in this game. They have to make this work. That was a good time to get that goal in. Now they've got 2 minutes to work with to gain the lead and get their first win in this series. If they drop this game, the series will be over and it'll be the 3-0 sweep for Denial. Vince trying to play that one around. That's 3 players in the corner right now for Take-3. A long clear is deadly for the Denial at the moment. But Espion with a nice wide rotation out of that corner. Puts it in a threatening place. Vince is up. Can he finish this off? No, it'll be Corrupted who wins out that touch battle. Zane trying to play this one slowly but surely. It's not going to work as Sad Jr. wins it again, tackling it off of his hood. Nice setup by Vince. Zane Jackie's in the air, misses contact. Could have been a goal, and now the breakaway. This is the opposite of what Take-3 need. Vince gets the save. Excellent play by Vince, but Lethimer in to threaten Vince again in goal, continuing to keep this game tied up. What a play by Vince.
Gibbs talked about Vince having to carry, and I don't know which side, but on defense for sure on that play. Vince fantastically, I honestly thought it was a goal. I started to give up. I stopped moving the camera. I stopped watching. But Vince somehow got it out both shots.
Zane Jackie about to midfield, but that hard clear. All of his teammates are on the backboard. There is no one who is in a position to follow it up, and that gave ball control back to Denial. Corrupted G with an opportunity. It's into the corner. We're in the final minute of gameplay. 45 seconds left for Denial to finish this one off in Game 3, or for Take-3 to force a Game 4. Espion past Sad Jr. an excellent touch. Lethimer tries to gain ball control. He'll put that one down into the blue half, but Zane Jackie on the wall trying to follow along. Final 30 seconds of Game 3. Espion in the air. He sets this one down towards Vince. He doesn't quite get the angle into the net, but it's in a threatening position. No one there. Vince couldn't get it. Zane will continue to pressure. 15 seconds. A goal right now would more or less secure the game for you. So Lethimer plays that one down. Vince in the air. Over to Espion. The shot is on target. It goes off the post, and Vince not able to get the angle. Lethimer continues to carry this one through. Oh, and it'll go into overtime for Game 3. Close one right now for both sides.
So close. Espion nearly placing that on target, and I hope he doesn't take that too much to heart, and he goes in with a lot of confidence to this overtime. If they let up one goal, that is it for them, and they will lose this series in a 3-0 fashion.
I hope James Bott can give him some of that confidence he needs. Espion taking the shot, blocked away by Corrupted G. Zane Jackie threatening it back. The offense of Take-3 really starting to sync up with each other here at the end of Game 3 right now. There's need to make it connect with the goal just one more time. The next goal will win the game. Zane Jackie sets it onto the backboard, and Corrupted G will send it over to Sad Jr. Out to Lethimer. Excellent passing from Denial, as there has been all series long. Sad Jr. off the wall, using that wall as another player to pass it upfield, but Espion up to Zane Jackie, who's waiting, but Zane falls back, doesn't feel confident in his positioning, leaves it for Espion and Vince. Vince has quite the angle. Oh my goodness, Corrupted G with the savior medal, taking that one away, keeping Denial in this, trying to win it right now. They shoot on target, and it goes in. Sad Jr. sweeps him.
Corrupted G baiting with the first shot opportunity, forcing Zane Jackie to stand still, and then he just goes beeline for Espion, knocking him out of the defense.
Golly.
Sad Jr., what a fantastic turn from offense to defense. And Denial, amazingly, take that in the 3-0 sweep. I hope James has some tissues to wipe the tears off of his face. But again, I saw some wavering confidence in Take-3 in general, starting off a bit slow. It seems like a lot of times they weren't confident in their positioning. We just saw there at the end, few players, like, they think they're in an okay spot, but then they're so quick to drop back to get boost to play it safe. But playing it safe against teams that play this fast, there's really no safe.
Right, exactly. And then Denial just able to slam that one through. And great to see Denial able to bounce back after getting beaten by G2, come back together mentally and not let Take-3 mess with them too much here. Espion did what he was trying to do. We saw him in goal there, almost having the save, but excellent, excellent offense there from the side of Denial as they're able to take the win. And with that brisk win here, we'll send it back to the desk. Back to you, Axel Toss.
Thank you, Wavepunk and Finable Carpet. And congrats to the red team. Congrats to Denial. The first time today the red team took out the, sorry.
I know, it's
and their
weird.
logo's orange too, kind of.
It is.
The orange team takes out the blue team for the first time today. Thoughts?
That's what I expected. I don't know if James was expecting that, but Denial came out pretty strong. It was a very close set, though. Take-3 wasn't playing terribly. Just Denial. Yeah, that's true. Like, both teams were not exceptional throughout the entire series. It was a very slow game one. Corrupted G, though, really was playing extremely well through all three games.
Corrupted G and really all of Denial, they were close games, but it never really felt like Take-3 had a chance.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird series where like Denial barely won, but we were very confident. I was like, I don't think Denial, even though they're up 2-0, like I didn't see like Take-3 coming back with a 3-2 sweep or whatever.
Only two goals. Only 2 goals in the
that's
entire
rough.
series for Take-3. Espeon getting one, Vince getting the other. It was a struggle for them. They struggled a little bit. We saw in their first series in the qualifier, did end up making it through into league play, but again, 2 goals. They need some offense in the worst way.
Yep.
So, I mean, on that note, that wraps up the broadcast. That wraps up week 1. But for Take-3, only one match. They're only able to play one match today. So what does Take-3 need to focus on going forward? It's only one match, still plenty more to go in season play. What needs to be the focus for them?
In my opinion, they just need to scrim a lot. They need to scrim a lot, sign up for as many tournaments as possible, and start building up their confidence and just go for the ball. Zane, historically, he's a solid player, and he plays fearlessly. And we saw multiple players on the team just playing tentatively. Vince tried to do as much as he could. I thought Vince did play well. He kept that one shot out of net and then blocked the second one right back to back. And he played really well in the qualifier matches. They just need to get some confidence back. They're only down 1 series.
Yeah, 1 loss is not going to break the bank because 6 out of the 8 will make playoffs. So you just have to just keep your head up and get ready for the next series. I think they have 2 next week, so they'll have time to bounce back. But it's a tough loss, but it's only 1 game. And it's better that you have a bad day when you only have 1 game.
Yeah.
All right, well, we have some standings to show you guys watching. That does conclude all of our matches for today after week 1 for North America. And here's how the standings are shaken up. We got 3 teams undefeated, 2-0, Selfless, NRG, G2, all playing on the blue side. And then we had Denial Esports 1-1, followed by Take-3 Genesis, to the A, and Radiance.
The only big surprise I saw here was Selfless getting that win over Genesis in that first game. Like a lot of people have Genesis as that 3rd best team in North America. Selfless coming up big, plus with a roster swap too. They're probably the only team that is rotating 4 players right now, and they 2-0 is huge for them.
You can never, with a team as skilled as Selfless, Dapper and Miho are just nuts players, but sometimes they do tend to chase it a little bit too much and they can get caught out, but they've proven that they can make the most insane plays possible happen. And again, the teams are really shooting for top 6. If you make the top 6, you still have a chance in the North American Championship. And that, if you finish top 4, gets you to World Championship. So that's what these teams are really trying to do throughout this league play.
Speaking of insane plays, we on the RLCS broadcast are particularly interested in players who do not smell themselves short. Do you guys get my drift?
Yeah, I do.
So, your Old Spice Don't Smell Yourself Short Player of the Week for North America is from NRG. It's Jacob.
Cobb is on the job, Gibbs.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Fireburner plus Garrett, the 2 leading goal scorers basically from last season. And Jacob's like, nah, man, I got this, guys. Don't worry about it. I will do everything. He was a highlight reel today.
In these series, he scored more than half the goals for his team. I think it was something like 60% or more. Scored by himself. Fireburner setting him up, but Jacob just this month, or this week, was just on point.
To be fair, one of their series was against Radiance, so it might have padded the stats a little bit because Radiance looked pretty slow.
Hey man, Radiance beat Iris.
Yeah, that was last week. This is this week.
Yeah, but they're not that bad, right?
They had a bad second date, I'll tell you that. But 0 saves from Jacob during that first game, but it didn't matter. He came up with saves in the next series. It was a lot closer. And just so many goals from Jacob, which we never see. He's usually the one with a ton of assists, but the roles are reversed right now for NRG, and that is great for them because now all 3 can score 9 goals in a week and easily win a series.
Yeah, and really, if you're another team in NA watching, you've got NRG pegged and you've got G2 pegged. These guys ferocious, but Jacob this month, you can't argue, he was, the best. He played so well, and they crushed it in their series.
Excellent play from Jacob, your Old Spice Don't Smell Yourself Short Player of the Week. That being said, that does officially conclude the broadcast here today. Thank you for tuning into the North American action. Let's take a look at what's happening tomorrow. Tomorrow's all about Europe. We got more juicy Rocket League coming your way. There's the first 4 matches there. Quick thoughts, guys, on these matches?
Every match is going to be exciting. There's so many good teams in Europe right now. There's no lock of like the top 2 in Europe compared to North America that we think anyway. So we're going to see a ton of games. Of course,
flip
we have
side,
the world champions coming back.
Yeah, flip side, like you're saying, world champions. And to me, like I think Northern might be that number 2 team, but really Pocket Aces is another team that played really well. I had Mocket down to beat them in the qualifier, but Pocket Aces, they took it to them. They performed well, and they're in there. So like you're saying, Europe is full of titans.
Yeah.
As an NA person, I'm scared for Worlds.
These are these are truly going to be the best players and teams in the world playing tomorrow. So make sure you tune in to twitch.tv/Rocket League, the same exact place. Again, all Europe Rocket League happening tomorrow. The time, 9 a.m. Pacific time. So make sure you are there. That being said, that does it for our broadcast today. So it's been Axel Toss, Gibbs, and James Bott. Thanks to everyone behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, all the players, all the teams, all the fans, all of you guys watching on Twitch. Tune in tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific. Twitch.tv/Rocket League. We'll see you then.